Wait, I read that page on horseplay.com and it used the verbiage predetermined winnings. How can that be? I guess I still don't quite get it.
Let's talk about how this all works behind the scenes. Once the customer buys their chips, the GPN platform places wagers on live horse races around the world. When the races finish, the customer's chips are released and ready to play. These chips are now loaded with predetermined winnings, which are the sum of the winnings of the underlying wagers. Those winnings are then revealed to the customer as they play GPN-powered games. This is a legal workaround. It allows companies like GPN to offer slot-style games while still technically operating within the legal framework of pari-mutuel horse wagering. Let's break it down. Once the customer buys their chips, that's just like buying credits or tokens. The GPN platform places wagers on live horse races. Instead of placing your own bets or spinning a real slot, the platform uses your purchase to make actual wagers on horse races. Since these are real pari-mutuel wagers, they qualify under FIA, and that lets them bypass gambling bans in certain states. When the races finish, your winnings or losses are calculated. If the bet's won, your chips are worth more. If not, they may be worth little or nothing. You didn't choose the races, the system did. Chips are now loaded with predetermined winnings. That's the key. The winnings are already embedded. The games don't determine whether you win or lose. They just reveal it. The games you play are animations. They look like scratchers or slots, but the outcome already happened based on horse races. You're not gambling in real time. You're just watching it unfold. Why it matters. These platforms avoid regulation like casinos because everything is legally tied to horse betting. There's no random number generator, like in a normal slot machine. Your RTP is the same as if you were blindly betting into horse racing pools. So in summary, you're not spinning to win, you're spinning to reveal. It's legal, it's clever, but it's not what most players think they're doing.
Wait, nothing is real time? As soon as I buy my chips, it's all predetermined before I even chose what game to play?
Great question. Let's focus on that. Predetermined means as soon as you buy chips, the platform places real money bets on horse races. When those races finish, the winnings or losses are calculated. That total is embedded into your account before you press a single button. The games you play, they don't decide anything. If the horse bets won, you see a big win. If they lost, you see a losing spin. But it's not random, it's already set. Here's an analogy. Imagine opening a sealed envelope with a lottery ticket result inside. Scratching the front doesn't change what's written inside. Legally speaking, because outcomes are based on horse races, not random generators or real-time play, the platform avoids being classified as a casino. So you're not influencing anything with timing, skill, or decision-making. You're simply watching the outcome of a bet you never chose play out through an animation. That's why it's legally tied to pari-mutuel wagering and not regulated like slots.
So how is it they can legalize something that has no guaranteed return to player in so many states, but those same states won't legalize casinos that do have guaranteed returns? That doesn't seem like they have the consumer in mind at all.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest legal contradictions in American gambling. It's one of the few gambling forms that got federal approval long before online gambling even took off. Legal loophole used by companies like GPN. They tie slot-style games to real horse wagers. Since the actual bet is on the race, not the game, they don't fall under slot machine laws. Slot machines, even with RTP safeguards of 85% to 96%, are often limited to tribal casinos under the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act, licensed casinos. There's also moral and political resistance. Casinos carry a stigma, addiction, crime, economic issues. Lawmakers often fear the optics of expanding gambling, even when it's better regulated for players. The irony, horse race-based games often return just 65% to 80% due to high takeouts, but they're legal in more states because they fall under racing laws. Meanwhile, slots with 90+% RTP are often blocked by tighter gambling restrictions.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, these horse racing sites like Horseplay.com, they never really lose money. It sounds like they just pass all the losses onto the players since they're the ones fronting the wagers. Or am I off?
Nope, you're spot on. Sites like Horseplay.com are built in a way that they can't lose money the way a traditional casino might. Let me explain exactly why. Pari-mutuel betting means no risk to the house. All player bets go into a shared pool. The takeout, 15 to 25%, is removed before anyone gets paid. That remainder is paid to the winners, never more than what's in the pool. So the platform can never lose. They're not paying winners out of their own pocket. Horseplay fronts the bets, but they're still your bets. When you buy chips, your money is used to place real bets. You don't choose where it goes, that's done by an algorithm. The games just reveal the outcome. Even if they place the bet for you, it's your money, not theirs. They don't care who wins or loses, they take their cut either way. Their model is based on the takeout from the betting pool and the markup from selling the gameplay experience. They never risk paying out more than they took in. They don't need a bankroll like a casino would. They don't cover bets, they just skim off the top. The real risk falls entirely on the player. You have no input in the betting. You don't control strategy or timing. They already took their cut before you even started. So you're stuck with whatever result comes from those bets. They profit on volume, not outcomes. You can win big, but it's rare and statistically unlikely. Final verdict: these platforms are designed to profit no matter what. They don't set odds. They don't pay winners from their own funds. They never take on real risk. They've just wrapped up horse racing bets in a flashy interface and passed 100% of the downside to the user.
Well, with that information in mind, I definitely have a different opinion of sites like horseplay.com. And it sure explains why I was able to turn $50 in free play at my casino into $500, but lost $500 on horseplay.com without seeing much of anything. Yeah, I get it. Gambling is gambling, but it's a lot worse when you're ignorant about how you're doing it.
We hope this information has been helpful. Please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what else you feel people are being scammed through ignorance by. Until next time.